All right, so we're back here again on the David Brown, and hopefully, not today, but hopefully this week, well, maybe today, but hopefully this week we can get this thing back down on its wheels and get it out of here. I know it sounds like a broken record, but I'm still waiting on parts. They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but they didn't show up, so maybe today we'll get the bearings in for the spindles. I did take the hubs to work, put them in a parts washer, and cleaned all the grease. The left side one was totally packed full of grease. Way more grease than it would ever need in a million years. And so I washed it out and found some interesting stuff inside the grease. All right, you remember how I told you that I was trying to clean the grease out of this spindle and I felt some chunks? Well, this spindle here is off the left side and it was completely packed full of grease. You can see the just wad of grease. I got most of it cleaned out. This is what I found inside the grease. So obviously a bearing at one point had disintegrated and whoever was in here before me didn't clean it out. And that's what I found. So that's why I decided to bring it to work, put it in the parts washer, clean it out. The right side didn't have a whole lot of grease in it and it didn't have any metal chunks or anything. It didn't have much grease in it, but the left side was just full of grease and had all these old bearing parts, part of the roller, part of the cage in there. So good thing I did that. So anyway, we're waiting on the bearings to come in. They were supposed to be here yesterday, but of course they didn't. Sounds like a broken record, I know, waiting on parts. But we're gonna go ahead and put the filters in that I got for the hydraulics and fill up the hydraulic tank. I'm putting there's the filter. I'm putting the suction strainer cover back on. I contacted David Brown Parts, which is in England, and got a parts list to change over to the new style filter. So as you can see, it's like almost 300 pounds for all the parts. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just not gonna do it right now. I gotta service other tractors. I wanna make sure I got money to do that. And then we'll see about ordering those parts. They claim there's no modifications needed to change over to the new style filter. Just you have to order the bigger cover, filter housing, and the magnetic pickup screen that goes inside there. And so we'll revisit this later and try to do that. But for now, we're just gonna fill it up, run it, drain it again after a while. We'll try to do some bush hogging and stuff with it. And then fill it up with fresh hydraulic fluid and get it cleaned out and run it for a while. And then like I say, we'll see about changing that over sometime in the future. Near future. I ain't gonna wait too long. So it's been running on that basically mud hole water. I mean, it didn't even smell like hydraulic fluid. You saw it when it come out. If you watched the other videos where I drained it out, I mean, it was pitiful. So we're gonna fill it back up today, put the filters in, get it filled back up right now. Hopefully sometime this afternoon, the bearings will come in. We'll get the bearings and the hubs put back on and get this thing out of here. We'll get the hood put back on. Still haven't looked at fabricating some sort of way to attach the hood to the tractor. Like I say, it just sits on there. So we'll look at that too. But I need to get this thing out of here and get these other tractors serviced. It's been raining for like 3 straight days in North Carolina. It's too wet to do anything outside, so we're gonna try to knock this stuff out while we can't go outside and do anything. All right, we got the filter on, filter in, filter housing cleaned out, which took a while because it was completely dirty. And so this is what I'm talking about, how disgusting this hydraulic fluid was. This is the cover that goes on where the suction screen was. And that's what's in the bottom of it. So that's one of the reasons I bought 2 filters, to try to run it out and clean it out and change it again. I can't believe it was still working. I mean, I never had any problems with it. It always seemed to work fine, but that's what was running through it. So It's important to change your filter. So yeah, that was in the hydraulics. That. So, can't get any worse, I guess. I guess it could have got worse, could have stopped working, but look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh, gross. Also got the new shifter boots in, and I tried to put it on a little bit ago. It's a little too stiff. So I got the heater going out here. And I got the rubber. There's the old one, which wasn't in that bad of shape, but I kind of had to cut it to get it off. And so it was torn at the top, and there was a lot of trash and debris inside here, so it's a good thing I'm replacing it. This is the high-low. That's low. That's the neutral. That's high, so put it in neutral there. Then I set the boot on the heater on top of this heat brick. Try to get it a little soft. See if we can't get that thing to go down over there. There we go. Looky there. Get the other one done. And of course it popped off. Maybe we should let it cool. We'll let it cool and then may have to put a pipe clamp around the bottom of it. I had one on it right there. So I may have to put a pipe clamp about it, but we'll let it cool and then see what it looks like, and we'll get the other one changed too. All right, so we've got the filter in. I've got some hydraulic fluid in. Tractor data says it holds 6 gallons. I've got about 5 in there. We're not gonna run the transmission or anything. We're just gonna crank it up, see if we can get the hydraulics to work. So let me turn on the exhaust fan because it's gonna get smoky. And let's see if she'll fire up. Gas. Yeah, she got smoke. So we've got hydraulics, so that's good. Didn't take long for the pump to prime and work. So now we're just waiting on the bearings for this wheel hubs. While I was not doing anything, I went ahead and painted the rims. I'm not trying to make it look new, I'm just trying to make it look a little better since the back ones I had painted before. So I want to make the front ones look good. So hopefully we'll get the wheel bearings in today and we can wrap this little project up. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I got the Dave Brown pretty much back together. Got the hydraulic fluid in and we tested the hydraulics. Hydraulics work. Nothing seemed to be leaking. Ran it a little bit. So just waiting on the spindle bearings. They were supposed to be here a week ago. Of course, they're coming United States Postal Service, which means they're either a week late or if they come on time, they're probably damaged. So since they're a week late, I'm hoping they won't come in damaged. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll try to make a quick video of packing the bearings, getting this thing back together, wheels back on it, and out the door. Appreciate it.